Welcome back to the garage. In today's video, I'm going to review this SyneticUSA tonneau cover that I've had on my Ram TRX for 3 months now. So I'll give you my honest opinion, what I like and what I don't like about this tonneau cover.
Let's just take a moment and just appreciate just how much of a beast this TRX is. I think this is probably my favorite vehicle that I've ever owned. And that's saying a lot, coming from someone that's got a C8, and I've had a Porsche Turbo, a couple ones, and a Hellcat. I honestly think this TRX is just perfect vehicle. It's luxury, performance, utility.
So first off, I really like the look of this tonneau cover. It's a low profile and it's made out of aluminum with a satin black finish, which looks really nice. And the canister cover is really low profile. Like overall, it looks great. Really high quality. Really like this tonneau cover, just the way it looks. It looks like it's a really high-end tonneau cover. So it has these latches on both sides, which both lock, and it rolls really easy. And it comes with this strap with a carabiner that I just hook right over here. And pulling it back, super easy. One thing that I like about this cover is you can roll it to any position and just lock it at any position that you want. The cover itself is made out of aluminum. It has a UV inhibitor, so I know it's going to look great for many years to come. It can withhold up to 500 pounds. Like, it's very strong. It has this really nice guard that prevents any debris from going up and into the canister. And this cover can easily be removed by removing these covers for the screw, unscrewing. Then you can remove this cover and remove any debris that happens to get in there. I like how they put these covers for the screws. With the previous models, it was just an exposed screw, so I think this looks much better, cleaner. With any retractable hard tonneau cover, there's going to be some maintenance, so this canister needs to get cleaned once in a while to remove any debris. And these rails do need to be lubricated. So I just put some fluid film in these tracks and it runs really smooth. I like the fact that the bearings are made out of steel. So it's going to ensure long life, durability. It closes really smooth. These are the clamps that come with it. They're really good quality, heavy duty. And they can be adjusted using these screws. Like, that's on pretty solid. Okay, so one of the things I don't like about this type of tonneau cover, and it's not just specific to SyneticUSA, I think all tonneau covers have this limitation. And I feel like it might be a little bit more pronounced in that sense that this cover, this is as far back it goes, because you've got your lock mechanism right here, which comes up next to the canister. So this is as far as it goes. So that's just over 17 inches of my bed space that I'm... Oh, look who we got. Wouldn't be a video without Fluffy making an appearance. For those that are new to the channel, this is Fluffy, the neighborhood cat that just loves coming to my garage. He just loves sitting on top of my cars while I make a YouTube video. Hey, Fluffy. Say hi. Fluffy. Let's go say hi to Fluffy. Hey, buddy. All right, now. All right, now. Okay, so as I was saying, this tonneau cover, this is as far in as it goes. And it's just over 17 inches of bed space that I'm missing out on with this tonneau cover. The bed on the Ram 1500 is 5'7" and I'm losing 17 inches because of this cover. So if you are hauling something really tall quite often and you need your bed space, this tonneau cover probably won't work for you. This canister itself is less than 13 inches, which isn't bad. But the problem is this cover here. This is as far in as it goes because of this locking mechanism. So I'm wondering if it might be better if they didn't have a locking mechanism at all. That might be better. You might have more bed space. However, I guess the drawback with that is you would have to open the tailgate every time you want to open your cover. For me, this works for me because the only thing I really put in the bed of my truck is lumber, drywall, plywood. And so I don't need anything that's really high. I never really carry anything high. So this works for me. But depending on what you do, this tonneau cover might not be the best. However, I find, oh, guys, there's Fluffy again. Like I said, he just loves going on top of my cars. Anyways, really distracting. Okay. Anyways, so what was I saying? Okay, so next thing I just want to point out, the one advantage of having a hard tonneau cover like this is you can leave it at any position, which is really convenient. I was considering a hard roll up, and the one limitation with those is they always have to be open. So you always have to roll it all the way to the front. With this one, I can pretty much leave it in any position. With this one, I can leave it in any position, lock it, and I'm ready to go. And it doesn't move. SyneticUSA provides you with two keys. With a name like SyneticUSA, you would assume it's built in the United States, but it's made in China. I knew that before I purchasing this tonneau cover, but the reviews on Amazon for this tonneau cover are really high, and the price was just too good. The other thing that I really like about this tonneau cover, it's got these rails. So I've got this cover on because I'm not using it, but you can remove this to expose these rails. And with this, you can install accessories like a bed rack, which you can also purchase from SyneticUSA. And pretty much any bed rack will fit in these tracks. So that's a really nice feature if you do want to add like some sort of a bed rack to your truck. It will work with this particular tonneau cover. These clamps are super high quality. They're very solid. You can adjust them with these screws. Like they look like really good, excellent quality. So this canister is made out of aluminum and it comes with two 1-inch drain holes on both corners. So it looks like it's a really good quality. Access is super easy. Just remove these covers, remove the screws, pop it open, and then that way you can get in, clean out any debris that does manage to get in. I've had this tonneau cover for 3 months, and I can honestly say that it's waterproof. After a full day of rain, I wouldn't see a drop of water in the bed. Like it's completely dry. I think the waterproofing is excellent on this tonneau cover. It's got this plastic piece that goes all the way around, which gives it a really nice tight water seal. As well here on the front, we got this piece. It comes with this foam right here. So I haven't had any issues with water getting in. If water does get in, I could see it getting in probably from here and then kind of making its way in between the bed rail cover and this foam. And on the back, it's got this plastic rubber piece here that also prevents water from getting in, and it closes really nice and tight. Like I feel like it's sealed really good. And the best feature of this tonneau cover is the price. I got this tonneau cover for $1,200 Canadian, which is approximately $850 US, which is equivalent to about half the price of the other well-known brands out there. So it's a great value proposition for what you get. The quality, I believe it's just on par with all the American-made tonneau covers for half the price. So far, my initial thoughts, the quality I think is excellent. Fitment, perfect. It does the job. It looks great. It's affordable. It's easy to use. So overall, I think I'd probably rate this tonneau cover. I'd probably give it an 8.8 out of 10. So those are my thoughts on the SyneticUSA retractable hardtop tonneau cover. Highly recommend this tonneau cover. If you're looking for one, you should check out SyneticUSA. Check out the reviews on Amazon. They're really high. And like I said, the price, extremely affordable. And we'll just see how long this tonneau cover lasts. If it causes any issues, I'll do a 1-year update. But so far, I'm absolutely loving this tonneau cover. I think it's perfect for my needs. And I just love the way it looks. It looks like it's like made for this truck. Like it looks perfect. SyneticUSA tonneau covers come in only one finish, which is a satin black. And I think that's perfect. I think gloss would be too shiny, and flat kind of looks kind of dull. I think the satin is just kind of a perfect combination. I also like the fact that these slats are smooth and not textured, meaning it would be a lot easier to clean. And it just looks, I think, a lot nicer, just cleaner, in my opinion. One of my concerns is with this cover here. So to push this cover forward, you just grab here and push. I feel like it's just putting unneeded stress right here. So what I do, I just pull it from back, pull it forward. I feel like over time, the more you pull on this back and forth, you're going to reduce the life of this latch. So I just leave it the way it is and just push it forward like that and pull it back just like that. My other concern is with this cover. I don't know how long that's going to last. It looks, I mean, it looks like any other cover that comes with just a higher end type of tonneau cover, but it's plastic. These pieces here, it's all plastic, and plastic over time does get brittle. So I'm hoping this stays on. And I don't know what getting parts from SyneticUSA would be like, but hopefully this doesn't cause me any problems. Another thing that I like about this tonneau cover, and as I mentioned earlier, you can lock it in any position, which is really nice. And the other thing that I really like is you don't have to reset this tonneau cover to retract it back to its closed position. So some tonneau covers, they stop at certain points. However, with this one, you can stop at any point. And with some other tonneau covers, you basically have to bring it all the way to the front before you can bring it all the way to the back. So you have to reset it. However, with this one, that's not the case. You can pull it back at any position, which is kind of nice. With the tonneau covers that have to be reset, those have springs. Um, this one doesn't have any such springs. You don't have to reset it. So one less thing that could potentially go wrong. I don't have to worry about any of the springs. This one can go all the way forward, and I can bring it back at any position. I don't have to reset it. There's no springs, which is really nice. So one of the things I want to point out is if you're driving with the tonneau cover partially open like this, it's locked. You can still move this tonneau cover if you put a little bit of force. I can't really pull it back, but you can pull it forward. And I don't think that's necessarily a negative. The higher end tonneau covers, like the roll and lock, it's the same thing. If you drive with it partially open, you can move it back and forth. However, just by normal driving, this won't slide on you. Like it's in there pretty good. It's not going to move at all. So that doesn't concern me at all. So pretty much all the high-end tonneau covers are like that as well. One nice feature is you can adjust how firm that this locks. So I've demonstrated earlier where it's partially open and then you go in to lock. You can still move it a little bit. However, if you don't want it to move at all, you can adjust it using this screw and it'll basically put more pressure on your rail and it won't move as much. But for normal, when you're driving though, this thing isn't going to move. But you do have the option to make it tighter if you do want. So like I said, it comes with 4 drain tubes. I believe the ones in the front on the canister, there's 2 in the corner. Those are much thicker. Those are, I think, close to about an inch thick. These ones look like more like they're ½ inch. As I mentioned earlier, This has these rails right here, so you can install crossbars on your truck, which would be really cool if you do want some added storage. But it does come with this cover if you don't need it. So it just gives it a really nice finished look. But with SyneticUSA, you can get crossbars from them, and some of their designs look really nice. If you do want that extra storage, you do have that option with this tonneau cover. So these type of tonneau covers that are a hard retractable cover, I think are probably one of the most secure and probably one of the best options for preventing theft. However, nothing is 100%. There is, I suppose, ways to get into this, but you're just making it that more difficult for a would-be thief. So if theft is a concern for you, I highly recommend a hard tonneau cover versus vinyl. With a vinyl cover, anyone can just come up with a knife, slash it, and get easy access to your bed. With this, a lot more difficult to do. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.